Peace, quickly. Think fast. It's a chess game out here with being our unique soulful selves. And tapping into that God energy on so many levels. You know, cause some of us have you know certain levels to understanding. Of our experience. And I think about you know like how your uniqueness as a soul, knowing what you're doing, and just knowing the bigger picture of like our physical experience. We're here to experience, evolve, and grow. you know uh Learning how to deal with existing on a a dense, dense, a 3D level. You know what I'm saying? But I realize how much dealing with your platform or how you present yourself, like more so speaking to when you're dealing with the mainstream media. If you're somebody that's planning to deal with, the mainstream media, it's almost like going to a job or anything. Like when you sign up for the job, you got to deal with what comes with that job. You know, and when you deal with mainstream media, you got, a lot of, not trying to clown nobody, but you have a lot of people with, let's just say, ignorant perceptions that watch a lot of entertainment, that have like these views that, say for instance, like a lot of people watch entertainment or like just watch sports and stuff like that a lot, and they don't, by majority, a lot of these people not tapping into occult information and esoteric information, occult, that which is hidden, esoteric, the inner meanings of information. But a lot of people, so when people again who watch these little media platforms and all that, and they see Kanye, and they're like, oh man, Kanye is going crazy. And a lot of people too, when you're in that realm of entertainment, people just go with the flow of what's the first thing they see. Is even getting almost worse to where people just see a meme, like somebody create a meme of something, and people may duplicate it without asking if it's real or not, and then duplicate it as if it's real. That's why I kind of check myself on what little little spiritual memes or whatever that I repost. It's like, let me make sure this got some little realness behind it, in some way, form, or fashion. But just seeing like how Kanye's uniqueness and understanding is being used against him to make him look crazy. You know, Even when I think about that song where he's like, bro, I'm a bipolar superhero, like, like I'm a superhero, like, and here it is, because I speak about, X-Men and things of this nature, and I'm talking in a more like, not that I'm just always talking in the calm effect like that, but you know what I'm saying, compared to Kanye in that song, like, hey, I'm a superhero, this and that. But like, how many times I told y'all we like X-Men, you know what I'm saying? And certain, and it's certain levels to this where, you know, and even I think about, shout out to Cat Williams coming out and saying he's a clairvoyant, and that's another person that gets, again, well, your uniqueness of your uniqueness and your understanding of what and who you are on this earthly plane, as far as like realizing like, bro, I'm here for a certain level of mission, and what I'm dealing with, is something that most of society gonna think, is crazy, so it's like presenting the best way, like that's basically what all of us doing, looking at the blueprint of our elders, Tupac, Michael Jackson, Bob Marley, you know, and seeing like, all right, how could we remix these vibes without getting shot, or fake like, not, or without allowing somebody to fake like we're committing suicide when they really, transition us, like, put us on that transition in so many words. It's like, how can we do this without, dealing with that energy. Of course, first and foremost, being fearless and courageous. But, there is a certain level of uniqueness that we have to apply that's not going to follow the exact blueprints of those that came before us, you know what I'm saying? And when I look at, again, a certain level like Kanye or Cat Williams, where, and I made a video about that too. I'm like, bruh, like not leaving the prophets hanging, and, how people ignorance, allows for the fuckery. Because here it is, where till this day, some people still bullshit Michael Jackson, on a serious level of, oh yeah, Michael Jackson was playing with them little kids and shit like that. Well, now when I hear that shit, I check people on some shit. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm like on some soul, how I say, like a soul goon on that level for Michael Jackson, bro. Like, don't be playing with, for real though. You know what I'm saying? Don't be playing with somebody that sacrificed their little bodysuit to save your monkey ass. You know what I'm saying? You know. Well, and again, just like the Christ energy, for real, like, oh, he think he Christ, oh, this Christ, this and that. You know how they depicted the people like just not knowing and just so foolish, and even help putting them on the cross, like, oh yeah, you crazy, this and that, that Christ energy. You know what I'm saying? And even Tupac, again, another one that, energy, where they played him to look like he's some crazy thug, And again, you start to see, again, it's just a chess game out here. We souls on a human experience. Check out my video about Paramahansa Yogananda and Michael Jackson. If you just type in, universal frequencies and either Michael Jackson or Paramahansa Yogananda, it will come up. I don't feel like spelling out Paramahansa Yogananda, so Michael Jackson would be the easier search for you probably. But and I speak about how this is a soul on a mission. Like, this is a vehicle, man. This is a whip. How we talk about driving a whip, driving a car, driving a slab, driving a vehicle. You know what I'm saying? This vehicle is a vessel to do some work in, you know what I'm saying? Like, just like you make sure you got certain tires on your vehicle to go mud ride. No, you make sure, you got a certain vehicle in general to take care of certain things, Like, you make sure your vehicle could handle still work under certain amounts of heat. Or you could make sure that your vehicle operates in the cold very well, whatever the case may be. But again, it's a soul chess game, and I'm not knocking anybody for being ignorant to what Kanye is doing and stuff like that, because I get it. He's playing a very difficult game in so many words, to the extent of like where he's presenting that God energy, but dealing with media and entertainment on such a high level, and they constantly trying to MK Ultra and throw them off and then make them look bad through the media, because again, they know that everybody just gonna run with what y'all, whatever they put out, most people just gonna run with, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, Kanye West is crazy, when all through his lyrics, and that's how you could kind of tell too, people don't really listen to his music, because he been telling you who and what he is and how he coming, but because people just listen to the main songs and don't listen to all people information anyway. It's like somebody watching 2 or 3 of my videos, and the news run a report on me, and like, oh yeah, because I just saw that little one video and but then you ain't see all the other videos where I spoke about dealing with this energy, and because I think about Kanye speaking about like how I talk like it's just me and you, like something like, it's like, bro, I sit down and talk with you like it's just me and you. Like he said that like somebody say the stuff on TV, like as if it was just me and you sitting down on the sofa discussing, you been, like this, hey, this how I'm coming. Oh, Kanye crazy, he just said this. And then here it is showing you how you contradicting yourself or whatever. Well, oh yeah, I like Kanye, this and that. Why you don't remember that verse where he actually told you that he was gonna be coming like this? You know? But again, and I don't want to get too deep into just a being on a Kanye vibe, but his vibe just just points to it, and it's one of them vibes where soul recognize soul on some of our missions are different, from others. You know what I'm saying? Some of us meant to, and when I say this, not knocking the importance of any and all these works, you know, some people meant to just come down here and create a community garden for their community, and that's one of the best and greatest things they could do, and that's what on a soul level. After doing that, they'll feel complete. You know, some souls come down here. Some souls come down just for a little while into a little vehicle, into a little baby bodysuit, and then just leave right out. Like, oh, I just was coming to see what it feel like and see if I could remember, you know, remember the experience without going back into the Saturn Moon Matrix and ended up back here. I just wanted to see if I could, some souls, again, coming with a Christ energy on a level where they're they're really trying to make some moves. But again, it's all different, and we all uniquely different. You got 12 houses within the elliptical of like you're doing your natal chart. So there could be, and there's a, with just regular, just a low level of astrology, you're gonna at least have what, 7 planets. But that's 7 different planets amongst 12 different houses that give off different energies depending on where these planets at. And I always speak to, of course, not holding ourselves down and binding ourselves to these zodiac energies, but they are an influence, nonetheless, and being aware of them does help us on our growth. But again, we all are uniquely different. Like if I'm a person to be a sun Capricorn and Aries moon, then I'm gonna operate different from a Cancer sun and a Pisces moon. And I'm just saying 2 aspects, because that person got all kind of other aspects and all kind of other houses on the astrological level. But we're not expected to come down here and be exactly the same in the first place. Like, we're gonna have different, that's what makes the experience. We're gonna have different approaches to the way we do things. And that also allows the point that loudly points to the fact of that the Christ, Jesus being the actual person, being a fake situation, going off of the stories. Because here it is again, we all got these unique experiences. So you telling me again, go check out the book 16 Crucified Saviors by Kersey Graves. But you telling me 16 different people, on this plane of existence had the same exact life. Exactly. 16 different people, all having the same exact life on, on that level, and walk this plane of existence, all born of a virgin, all born on December 25th, all resurrected, all like the whole 9. But yet we obviously see that our experience is about us, being uniquely ourselves, being that unique soul spark, not living out the same existence as some previous beings. Because if that was always the case, then that means right now somebody should, like, we about on cue for another Christ to be walking the earth. Like, You know, matter of fact, the 25th just passed, and 2019, 2018. We've been dealing with this energy. We're going 2019. You know, waiting for that virgin to have Jesus again the same exact way. It's like, again, it's the Christ energy raising up. I also had a psychedelic experience, but some real inner gnosis, of course, about like how we played hot potato with the Christ energy and who's gonna step up to that plate on that level, because we realize again how in the past, certain beings got targeted for trying to help on a major scale and in an obvious way. So it's like, we playing hot potato with that Christ energy, and more so like again, because it is meant though for all, like any and all of us, and I say any, but for all of us to raise that Christ within. Of course some won't, but it's not about no actual person returning. And speaking of the Christ energy, think about how Michael Jackson is one of the closest things, to that Christ energy that was, walking this plane of existence that we could view with our own two eyes. You think about grown ass gangsters from the hood probably passing out and crying, you know. Shout out to who that was. The brethren got a little story on I think on YouTube. Was it Freddie Gibbs? I think we talked about Michael Jackson going back to Gary, Indiana, and how brethren's passing out and like, oh Mike, like big gangsters, like all that. And I'm like, and you think about that, like who else warrants that type of energy on that type of level? You know what I'm saying? Like again, you think about Bob Marley, again coming with that vibe, and Tupac also, and Kanye with the Yeezus, early in the game, again. But just remember, man, that it's a lot of unique vibes and unique approaches to helping, and for one, it's a balance of two, living your experience and foremost, and as you live in your experience, being your true soulful self, indirectly you're gonna be service to others, So it's not really looking to be like, oh, I'm just trying trying to be a martyr in that essence, it's not about that. A martyr kind of like somebody like, oh yeah, I'm gonna sacrifice myself for the rest of everybody. Nah, it just should be in alignment with you being, unique to your soulful self, But that's basically it. You just it's a chess game, and people too busy judging him from a human aspect, right now, and then gonna come later like, oh yeah, I did catch a reading or a vibe that Kanye was this or that, but could notice it while he was in the works. And again, as I'm saying that, we all got different perceptions and different levels of seeing. So, I don't expect everybody, Matter of fact, speaking exactly to the vibe, like shit, I definitely don't expect everybody to agree or, like it's, but definitely with logical reason, understand what I'm speaking on, though. But that's basically it. Peace. Yeah. Happy now. Now is the vibrative chords. Not going too far in the future. Not going too far in the past. Right now. Peace, peace.